Bangalore is best only for Sunday. Now you know why I accepted the invitation. I've driven down so that I save 2.5 hours from the airport and not run into traffic jams here. Government of Karnataka. No, I'm just joking. Bangalore is always a joy to be here. It's got such a rare kind of audience. Very rare kind of audience. Very different from one. Everybody's unique, but you're truly unique. Now, a lot has been said, and you've seen I've not stood up, because I'm going to convert this into a little Q&A. I want you to raise your questions. I want you to ask. Let's be specific. You got good ideas generated from the eminent speakers so far. Let's get into what is it you want to know. Then I'll tell you what you need to focus on later. But first of all, let me hear you. Then I'll tell you what is the simple solution to many of our issues. So let's begin. What's your question? What is it that you're curious about as a woman, as a professional, as a person, as a human being? As whoever you are, ask. Think. I've got you unaware. Because if I told you earlier, you would only been rehearsing your question. And you wouldn't have heard all the...
Why did you get into the police?
Oh, because I was the right fit. I was a right fit. It was a total preparation for the policing. It was a preparation for working with the government. Look, life is preparation. Please understand that. And girl is a 100% preparation. But tell me, who is not a preparation? How is it different from the boy? How is any life different? Every life is a preparation. But it has a preparation for a purpose. If you prepare for a purpose, you get it. But if you prepare, but for what? You prepare to go to Kashmir, but you go to Kanyakumari. But you prepare, but you get a ticket for Kanyakumari. That's not preparation. You only have the baggage, but you don't have the ticket. I was preparing. From the childhood as a girl, I never looked at myself as a girl, doctor. I looked at myself as a person who's going to make her own life. I looked at myself as a life in a female body. And then I looked at what are my strengths as a woman. And I had my very good strengths. And the best strength a woman has is she constantly communicates. She constantly collaborates. She constantly shares. These are totally male-female monopolies, I can tell you. Men are being trained in this soft skill. Women are born with it. So they will not give up this quality of yours. This is what sets you apart. Men are being trained this soft skill to collaborate. Am I right? Our skill. We are natural collaborators. We are naturally team builders. We are natural unless we unlearn it. And many of us are also unlearning it, going the wrong way. We don't have to unlearn. These are our strengths. Second quality, which is we are non-hierarchical. We totally non-hierarchical by nature. Because if you're a collaborator, you're a non-hierarchical person. When I joined the Indian Police Services, Doctor has mentioned police service. I'll tell you what happened in my career. When I joined the service at the age of 22, 23, and I became assistant superintendent of police and then became the senior superintendent, deputy, whatever the ranks were. I always used to do one thing. I used to go to my police station every morning. First thing I would do is get up, have my breakfast, do my fitness, do my fitness. Please mark the word fitness. Personal fitness, mental and physical fitness. And go to a police station and ask constabulary, how are you doing? What's happened? Any one police station by chance. So everybody was present. Everybody was up to date. Everybody was in shape. And I used to learn from them. Because at the age of 23, 24, when you join as All India Civil Services, how much do you know? How much does a training academy teach you? How much can you learn? You can only learn by connecting with your rank and file. So I used to go, but my colleagues said, how can you go, man? Kiran, tu to kamal hai. Tu क्यों जाती है? तू SP है, तू DCP है, वो आएंगे तेरे पास तू क्यों जाती है? Why do you go there? They are supposed to come to you. I said, no, I have to learn from them. I want to work with them. I want to respect them. I want to be with them. Friends, this is our strength. So when I joined the police service, I was not joining, I was preparing to be a person, to be a good human being in a woman's body. That's it. And my strengths were, I knew I was non-hierarchical, I was mixed with anybody, I would greet, I would be grateful, I would collaborate. And do you know, this is what has been the bedrock of my career. It was not learned from a book. It was to be a good human being before you're a man or a woman. So IPS came to be serving at a humanity, to do justice. And as I grew up, I realized that was a great choice because I saw injustice. But instead of complaining, it was more and more determination. This is exactly what the Indian Administrative Service stands for. Removal injustice. Provide service at the doorstep. The more and more we women, friends, the more and more we women and men become non-hierarchical, the more this country will develop faster. That is our role. Please keep the strength of you, connect with people, go to the people, reach out to them on a regular basis. Be the officer, be the public servant, be the professional, be the good human being. Don't ever think, oh, meri hierarchy, saluting gan band ho gayi. No. In fact, people will love you behind your back. Not salute you for the sake of saluting, they love you behind your back. I think that's the real honor for any woman professional. Alright? So you asked this question, I've answered it, giving you more in detail. As preparation. Prepare every day. The key to success of any man or a woman, and all the more if a woman wants to. See, please understand this. Men think this is a birthright to succeed. It's feeling, because they grow up with this courage. We have to live and work. We have to provide. They grow up as providers in a mindset. Am I right? To ask anybody, any boy, बड़ा होके क्या बनेगा? मैं ये बनूंगा. मेरे मम्मी डैडी को खिलाना, मैंने अपने भाई बहनों को चलाना. Ask a girl, she still does not know. Why can't she say, I'm growing up to be this, I will also look after my family, I will also be a provider. Why can't she also learn to be a provider from school days? And that's exactly what she said, very rightly said, make her financially independent. We don't. We don't. When the seed of financial independence was sown into me by my parents, saying you're on your own, you fend in your own life, create your own path, work your way through. We were trained to work hard to be self-providers, and you mentioned self-reliance. Yes. If you teach these girls self-reliance, they will emerge as great, powerful human beings, men or a woman. Man, why? You don't have to tell him. He's born with that gene of a provider. He's born. Do you know what? What men are gifted? Do you know the gifts of men? The biggest gift of men is his muscle power. He's got a lot of physical strength, much more than you and I have. Unless we train to be, who's that lady from Manipur? Mary Kom. But who can be, how many can we have Mary Koms? Mary Kom can bust everybody's nose here. Break anybody's teeth if she wants to. But she chose it to win. Question here is, we have few Mary Koms. Therefore, they have much more physical strength because God has gifted them. We lose some physical strength every month. And we have to rejuvenate our bodies. For what? Our quality of humanity. Because we are mothers one day. So number one quality for man is muscle. We can make that into our own quality as well by physical fitness. We are no less. So man's quality of being powerful in physical strength, nothing stops us also to doing weights, do stamina building, do fitness programs, and be physically fit. She mentioned, I sacrificed my health, did not sacrifice your health, did not pay attention to my health. Why not? Why can't we be healthy, all of us? Why can't we spare some time? Why can't we spare some time for physical fitness for ourselves? Just because we have a sari roaming around, wrapping us around? No. A sari wrapping us around does not mean not fitness. You can be fit, whatever your size be, but you can be physically fit. So number one, the quality of men is physical strength. That's why all the coolies are men. There's no woman coolie. Where's a woman coolie? There's only, because God has given them physical strength. One more skill. There's one skill you can't train a woman to be a coolie on the railway station because she's got weak. I don't have that. The other muscles are twice the size to lift anything. What I'm saying is muscle power in a positive sense. That's why the entire armed forces, barring exceptions, is comprising of men. Men have gone to war because it requires amazing hardship. Women have made it now with the BSF, the CRPF, the ITBP, and the many and the flying the air. But remember, they may be 1%, 2%, 3%. But majority, let's give the credit to the men because they are the ones who've been defending by the muscle power. Second quality of the men is money. They're born with money because they inherit money. They immediately inherit money. Have you ever seen a sweet shop or a business shop saying Gupta and daughters? It only says Gupta and sons. It never says Gupta and daughters. Give me one board. I think we should give them an award if we have Gupta and daughters. That is Beti Banao.
Yeah.
That's Beti Banao. Because this is their strength, they inherit. And they're born with it. Hey, jo mama daddy ki zameen hai, wo to meri. Bhai ko share de dunga thoda. Share de dunga. Now there's a law, so I'll give her a share. They're born with money. So, if we women are bright and brilliant and fit, we can make money. That means we are plus.
Yes.
We've got that money. We got the muscle because of fitness. This is what my IPS gave me. It gave me the training, it gave me the skill, and it gave me money. I became no less than the men. You are less than nobody if you have both. Now let me give you the third thing, which men are very good at, which is born with them, is mobility. They are always mobile. Why? Because the child doesn't say daddy mat jao. Child says mummy mat jao. So he has mobility. Of course there's a mother at home or there's a parent at home to take care of the child. So he's mobile. He goes to all over the world. Am I right, Dr. Rao? Dr. Rao has been all over the world. What happened to Mrs. Rao? She accompanied him, I bet. Ask her. She always accompanied him. Did you accompany her if she had a job? No. What I'm saying is this is inheritance. Mobility. So the moment we women also become mobile, willing to take on discomfort. Because mobility means discomfort. Transfers mean discomfort. Leaving families home. So here is three strengths of the men. We give the credit to them. They're born with. And the fourth important thing which is happening with women is migration. Do you know the biggest migrant population in the world, in India, is a woman? How? How?
Marriage.
She changes her home. She's migrant. She leaves her own home, comfortable home, and she leaves her own name also. Changes her name also sometimes. Now they stop changing it.
Yeah.
They are migrants. They travel to states. They follow the men. I think that's not an ordinary trauma. When you leave a home and you go to another home, to my mind, this is a very severe trauma. Where you leave the loved ones. Of course, some people love to leave it. But it's both. The woman is a migrant. She changes her home. She changes her family. She changes her state. She changes her habits, eating habits, dress habits, culture habits. Depends from family to family. I'm just saying. But it's a fact of life that she is a migrant. Man is not. It's only other very limited societies in the Northeast where he comes to the woman's house. There are very few. But majority is 99%, 95%, 98% are women who are migrants. But we've never seen violence being complained against the men by the men who came to the woman's house. I've not come across a single violence. I worked in Northeast. I've not come across a single one. Now let's look at what are our qualities. Born with. Men are born with these 3 M's, which I call them. The muscle, money and mobility. But the woman also has qualities, which we should never abandon. One of them, of course, I mentioned you already, that she's collaborative and she's team builder. And she's non-hierarchical. The biggest quality she has is of the heart. That's why most of the nursing world is with women. That's the reason. Because she's got, and you know, the safest dentist is a woman. She's got thin fingers and it can enter your this thing. You have another dentist, he'll tear you up. Because the whole thing is so thick. And whereas the girl, the thin one, she's much gentler.
Yeah.
Of course, you've got gentle dentist doctors too. But you must have experienced, I've also experienced. So I look at this, who is this? If it's a woman, I'm fine. But if it's a man, then I know it's going to have a tear. Because his finger is so thick, he may be very efficient. So he has a heart, you have a heart. Please, that's compassion. Another word is emotion, compassion. We're born, that's why we collaborate. Our second is healing, the power of healing which we have. Third is humanity. Who produces humanity? Who produces humanity? It's the woman. This is one monopoly which men cannot snatch away from. Don't ever be shy of it. But to me, the real challenge is, and now we give it back to Q&A, the real challenge, I think the only challenge today for a bright, working, qualified woman is her home. How does she manage her home and balance it with her work? To me, this is the only challenge today for a working woman. How does she bring up the child the way she wants to bring up the child? Because she loves the child. How does she have a home which has food cooked, it's clean, it's organized, and it's settled when she's working 12 hours a day? To me, this is the challenge. There is no other challenge. Which is why women drop out of work by the time they're mid-30s and 40s, and they don't reach up right to the board because they walked away for a while, or they've had a gap, and by the time they lost out on that skill and seniority. If you mean this is the challenge, there is no other challenge. If you were also going to a home which is already provided for, the child is fully cared for, and your elders, your in-laws, the home you've gone to, who need your watch because the mother wants you rather than anybody else, this is the challenge. I think if we address this challenge as we grow in our life, now how do we reach this challenge? As we grow, that means we women must support systems, create support systems, hire services. This, just as you got Swiggy and you got tomatoes, we also need home service of this kind, where I need a safe mother or a safe boy for my boy child, or I need a safe care provider for a girl child. So say, I'm away for these 4 hours, see that my child does not see hopeless television programs, can do homework till I come, or cook for me till I come, or look at my systems in place. You are like anybody else. That means you'll have all the 3M and you'll have all the 3H, which I talked about: humanity, healing in the heart. You are then 6 in 1. Any woman who's professional can be 6 in 1. This is who I am. I'm 6 in 1. This is what I am. I've learned to be 6 in 1. I practice to be 6 in 1. I work on my fitness. I work on my compassion. I work on my mobility. I save my money to invest into others. I keep my warmth for the others' friends. This is who we are. We just have to cultivate this every day. So all I would say is, remember, each one of us very, very specially gifted. You're all gifted men and women sitting here, who are gifted with good health, a balanced state of mind and body to be here today. After that, it is our duty to multiply this, man or a woman. Multiply this and do what this lady is doing, what she's doing, empowering women, reaching out to the youngsters who are deprived, girls who do not have an opportunity for the right school, doesn't have the best of health, doesn't have any mobility. Somebody else is, like she was saying, uncle was deciding, or somebody else was deciding, you get married. Who are you to tell me when I should get married? What? Who are you? She did not say, who are you? She did not say, I would have said that, but nobody there told me. So, the point here is, this is who are you to decide what I want to do in my life. It's my life. It's my body. I have to protect it, nourish it, and make it full of energy to be of value to myself. Friends, this is what a woman's life is. You are no different from others. When you go to office, go to work, don't go as a man or a woman, go as a person. Man and woman, you are looking very nice and beautiful. And a man is looking handsome, finished. I can't tell a man looking beautiful. And I won't say the woman looking handsome. But handsome is he who handsome does. So we can do handsome duties, handsome work, so that they say, "Ye officer is very good. Shukar hai Bhagwan ka, we have a woman." Woman becomes, being a woman then becomes a strength. Because the acceptance, the perception is, she will hear me. She will be fair. She will not be arbitrary. She will not be dishonest. She won't make a big demand. These are perceptions, right or wrong. And some women are proving them wrong as well. And some men are proving it right for them by being good human beings. Like Mahatma Gandhi was an androgynous manager. He had the best of the qualities of men and best of the qualities of women. Yesterday, our own Honorable Prime Minister expressed, look, the warmth of a woman and the command of a leader. What did he do? He hugged that man. He hugged that director. He hugged him and consoled him. That's what a mother does. That's also what a father does. But he was a father leader, a mother leader. He mixed it. He mixed both his leadership, authoritarianism, courage, everything mixed into the warm heart of a woman. And how our chairman of the ISRO put his head on his shoulders as a child does. And how long he patted him exactly the way a parent does. He was a parent yesterday, both a father and a mother. This is what is in the end, friends, we have all to emerge as good human beings, fit human beings, healthy human beings, equipped human beings, professional human beings, qualified human beings, serving human beings, with large-hearted human beings, men or women. That, to my mind, is the need of the hour for humanity. Not to divide us into men and women, but to emerge as one solid humanity where one is supporting the other. I think that's the way forward. Plan your own ways. Every home is unique. How do you wish to handle your home management so that you continue to be mobile, you continue to have money, you continue to have physical fitness, but do not lose your heart, you do not lose your humanity, and do not lose your warmth, which is inherent in you. Thank you very much.